It's a van or not? The craziest ride That is totality. Do you see yourselves in space?
I could go to space.
How you feeling? I feel great. Stay tuned now, weeknights at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on NBC Now.
Leaps and bounds you see behind me is typical. How you doing?
Pretty bad.
Hey, time to break out the cheese. Two icons of animation are back. The first look at Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance, Most Foul. It's the claymation duo's first appearance since 2008, as well as their first feature-length adventure since 2005's Oscar-winning Curse of the Rabbit. It hits Netflix this Christmas, so generations, some young people are now like, never heard of these people, never heard of it. So now's about time, but we got to pump the brakes. We got to get through Halloween first before we digest
Totally.
Christmas.
So excited, though, for those Thanksgiving and Christmas movies. And speaking of movies, it's been a long time since we returned to a time when dinosaurs ruled the earth. On Thursday, we got our first look at the latest entry in the Jurassic World series, along with its official title, Jurassic World Rebirth. The first pick features stars Scarlett Johansson standing in the path of some of the not-so-gentle giants from the era's past. The film from original JP screenwriter David Koepp and director Gareth Edwards is set to stomp into the theaters next July. I'm embarrassed to say this. I've never seen any of the Jurassic Parks.
You need to jump on this, especially, you know what, with Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
She's been pushing for a role in anything in the Jurassic for the past 15 years.
She loves it.
For the past 15 she loved it so much, she said that when she was 7, she had a little pup tent that she put in her sister's room, and she slept in it for like a year. So she deserves that role.
Okay,
That's reason enough for you to see it. All right, it is backed by the same force behind, actually, that was the other movie that we were talking about. All right. So to come here on early today, another reason to hit the snooze button this holiday weekend. And just when you thought you heard every story possible about the benefits of AI, how a researcher is using the tech on beavers to fight natural disasters.
News lives in the now.
The front lines are still very active. This is like quicksand, and officials say an entire town is cut off.
This close to actually understand why people had to jump in the ocean.
News for the generation of now is NBC News Now.
You gotta see this. I'm Gotti Schwartz. We are following some breaking news. Severe storms can wreak havoc. The Supreme Court put a pause on a controversial immigration law. Protesters have redoubled their numbers right here at this makeshift barricade. The future of TikTok as we know it is at risk. Is this a ban or not? The craziest ride I have ever hitched. That is totality. Do you see yourselves in space?
I could go to space.
How you feeling? I feel great. Stay tuned now, weeknights at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on NBC News Now.
More Americans turn to NBC News than any other news organization.
Democracy is happening now.
There is new energy infused into this race.
Folks who are fired up here.
The moment is now.
The only voice that really matters are the